Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be carrying on with the Pale Beyond. Let's continue. We made sure that it saved our progress this time. So let's go into week 5. So, we are now the captain of the snow-locked, ice-locked Temperance. Captain's gone missing, as have 3 crew members on a lifeboat, so we're assuming the captain has run off. I wonder whether we might find out that wasn't actually the case. Either way, we will get into stuff. So I'll do the requests first, perhaps, and then we'll get looking at a bit more expeditions. Yeah. Okay. Oh no. What am I doing? How do I? Oh yeah. I think escape should get you out of that screen, personally. Let's talk to people before I do requests. My dogs are growing restless. They had grown used to the stirring of the waves against the ships. Now the sudden stillness has them unnerved. We're sure to be back on the water soon. I do not think that as assured as you seem to. From where I stand, the ice seems unyielding. I'll give the doggies a quick pet. You bark back at it. Yeah. Being able to pet the dogs is a nice addition. I wonder if it has any practical effect, but it doesn't really matter if it doesn't, because it's good petting dogs. Try the doctor's office. I want to send the scientists out to the science thing, so we're not going to do any more meds just yet. Is anyone in my old cabin? No. Check on stuff. That pump seems okay. I'll take some food. We can set people to adding food, so immediately gain that many items, but it will rule that crew out of doing anything else today. Let's put Runt in there. And if we can add another one, that'll actually fill the pot, I think. So why don't we put Runt and his dad? That'll do. We'll add that to the pot. Ooh, what's on the menu this week? More hoosh. Oh, we could add... Okay, so what do these add? These add 20. But these add to the furnace as well? Am I reading that right, or is that what they require? Despite their name, these seals don't eat crab. They eat krill. A medium source of blubber. Alright, we add one of those. And we'll add... So that's 46. That takes us up to 88. Adding another one would be, I think, wasteful. So let's leave that there for now. I wonder if maybe the seal can be used as fuel instead? I didn't see it add anything there. We're going to check out the red room. Oh, the photographer. You know, I'm free for an interview and a portrait. You can view her photo library. So she's got the doggies. I've forgotten his name. That could be Tucker. Oh, coming into the ice. Okay. Very nice. When Kasha interviews crew members, you can gain 1 research and cure that person of demoralization by the end of the week. I won't use that. Well, I mean, we could. Who could we do? Yeah, I'll do Lefty. Give him on light duties again. He's only just recovered. Oh, we're getting decorum for that. That's good to know. Okay, the fuel. We're going to need to assign as many people as possible to this. We can do up to 3. So we'll get 2 John, Tucker, Gnomes. The practical joker recovered me in flour. Do the boiler. Or are you just going to keep standing there? Or give us something to burn. Let's feed the furnace. We'll give it all that we've got. That brings us up to 92. Seems quite good. No one's freezing or anything yet, so let's not worry too much about burning extra resources. We don't need to. Let's get the scientists out here. We do all three, because why not? Mr. Zack, Mr. Gloss, and Mrs. Gloss are marked down to hunt for the week. Well, wasn't a hunt, was it? It was research. We could do the same with the penguins. We could send Cavity out there. And I think we should look west as well. Send a scout there. Another research thing. This is... I'm not sure. Yeah, quite good. We've used up our scientists though, haven't we? I could do one more expedition, so let's just sort of start around clockwise again. Let's go north, and we'll send Yorick. More penguins that way. Okay. We used all the dogs now, so that's going to be it for the expeditions. Keep doing it. I'll eventually learn that you click in the centre of that. Let's go to the captain's cabin. Let's do some requests. You Kasha first. Good day, Captain. Well, as good as can be under the circumstances. Good day to you as well, Kasha. Loyalty. Well, I'll be sure to spare you any more obligatory small talk from here. In truth, there is something I've been meaning to ask of you. It is a matter I brought up with Captain Hunt, though he was less receptive. I'm not merely interested in the story of the expedition. I'm interested in the story of the people on this expedition. When the crew have the downtime, I would request that I be allowed to conduct interviews with them. I'd like to know more about them, maybe learn about what happened to Hunt. I see no issue there. Conduct an interview as you please. Thank you, Captain. You won't regret it. We're getting her loyalty. I'll mark anything useful I discover in the crew manifest. Send them to the Red Room on the lower deck when you can. That's good. Gnomes. Word around the crew is that we might end up having to move to the ice. If we can't free the Temperance anyway. We'll be wise to gather what we want to take off ship with us if we do. Indeed, we'll need to prepare for what could be the inevitable. Aye, most of the tools are in the lower deck storerooms. The metal doors need some work to open, but it's worth what's inside. Interesting. Mr. Gloss. Captain Shaw, Mr. Templeton, it would appear that some of the crew have taken an interest in the transmission radios we have on hand. It is likely many of their first time seeing this technology. And they have the odd ideas of what they're capable of. They believe another ship may pick us up if we monitor them. Ridiculous. They do not have the range to pick up another, not out here. Oh, I said as much, but Mr. Turner was adamant we spend the night monitoring them regardless. He even sent me to run the concept by you, Captain. It's worth the attempt, even if it's just to assure the crew. Oh, we can actually see, if you look in the lower left here, clicking on that will raise decorum by 17, so I think we will do that. Only I can't. Jeez. Oh, okay. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a scientist, at least. Okay. Well, let's send. Oh, I can't make Flick do it. No. Oh, why did I send every scientist out? I should have done the request first. We'll learn that for next time. We should do the requests first. Oh no! I think we got it anyway. I think we got the decorum anyway. If it won't work, it's a waste of our time. We should focus on more productive matters. Agreed. We lost even more of Grimley's loyalty. I think he's going to be a tough sell. As fantastical as it sounds, the technology just isn't there yet. I'll inform the crew. They likely won't be pleased, but it's a better alternative to wasting manpower. Each person with a demoralization status effect will cause you to lose 5 decorum at the end of the week. Kasha may cure them by interviewing them. Again, I've used her up by interviewing someone who didn't need it. Unless it was Lefty that got demoralized there. Can I see it in the crew manifest? It was. God, that's lucky, isn't it? The person who got demoralized is the one I'd already set to be interviewed. think we got quite lightly there. I want to talk to Templeton again. The question persists as to how long the Temperance can hold. Will we be able to wait out the ice? If there is no change by next week, abandoning the ship may be considered. That's what they did in Terror in the end. They had to abandon ship and go live on the ice. Oh, I feel that air. Nothing better than a cold wind to keep you awake. You're an old duck, Yorick the Third. How many hours of sleep do you get a night? Well, on second thought, better not hearing it. I already know it isn't enough. We could go and see the dogs again. Well, we've kind of done that already today, haven't we? Well, we've got like a quest thing down here. It's probably to feed the crew, but we can go back down here also. Ooh. Okay, we can set people to try and get these doors open then by the sound of it. Let's get Tashi working on that one. You and Tashi charge into the room. The wooden floors and furniture are buckled enough to take apart easily. You also spot crates labelled as spare flags and luxury items. With the water flooding in from behind, you have time to grab one. Timber. Much of this room has become buckled by the ice, allowing it to be easily stripped for timber. Worth a total of 102 fuel. Very nice. Alright, we'll look at the luxury items. Flags from the Temperance are folded neatly inside. You also find a chessboard and a football. In total, they'll provide plus 20 maximum decorum, so we'll be able to raise it above 100. Damn. I'm going to take the luxury items for now, because it's going to raise the maximum, whereas we're doing alright for fuel and we still have coal, so let's do that for now. Wow. Okay, yeah, we're on 103 out of 120 for those now. I think that's going to be a good decision. The room is flooded, rendering the rest of the items useless. Alright, that's the one we've been in. Can I do another one? Maybe with one of the engineers, perhaps? You and Grips charge into the room. It's full of various tools and a crate of tinned lemons. With the water flooding in... Okay, so we're not going to read that every time. Inspect the medical tools. The doctor should be able to see more than one patient at a time with these. Digging tools. These should make quick work against pressure ridges and thick snow when hunting and scouting. Engineering tools. With these tools, the furnace may be better maintained, improving its efficiency. That sounds pretty good. Well, the tinned lemons. 4 supplies of tinned lemons. Each of them can be used to cure a case of scurvy. I think I'm going to go with the engineering tools. I think a more efficient engine boiler is going to be useful. So plus 20 max fuel, that's good. Plus we've added some on top of what we had, so that's cool. Yeah, I think that feels pretty good. Now, one more item. Ooh, I think, although we're not feeling it at the moment, I feel like as fuel and food becomes scarcer, there's going to be more people coming down with medical conditions. So I think actually being able to do 2 people at a time is probably pretty good. There we go. Okay, let's try another one. Let's use... Yeah, let's use Ricky Flogs. You and Dick charge into the room. It's full of specialist tools and equipment. We have... Oh, okay, these... Alright, digging tools. We know what these are. Engineering tools, we know what they are. Better furnace. The Apperton crates. Treated and sealed to keep shipments of peaches fresh. Ale kegs. Each of them can be used to cure a case of demoralization. Well, we can also use the photographer for that. So I think now, having already done the fuel and the morale, I think I'm going to choose the food crates. Yeah, increased our maxed food now. I was hoping that would happen. One more item. I think I'm going to do the digging tools now. Which will probably come in more and useful when we're spending more time on the ice. I don't... Unless Flick can do something here, I'm probably... Yeah, she can. You and Flick charge into the room. It's full of food and ale. Let's look at the tinned rations. Worth a total of 80 food. I mean, that's good, but it's only going to add 8 to our total, isn't it? Whereas the ale kegs... Alright, let's take the ale kegs now. Okay, we'll leave the... we'll have to leave that for another time, the other hold room. I think we've done everything in the boiler room. Still saying there's stuff to do down there. What is that? Maybe in here? It's possibly that door, but we can't go in there at the moment. I've done that for the day. Yeah, okay. I think we're done down there. Let's call the crew for dinner. The crew have their meal. The dinner is shared. The crew return to their posts. The hammocks are unfurled in preparation for the evening. Despite the time, it's still bright light outside. We could talk to Junior. Evening. Before we took off, Grimley and I stopped into a Greasy Spoon in the city. Their sausage and eggs was perfect. Best I've ever had. Now I'm trying to remember its damn name. It's left my head. Why didn't you write it down? Lost loyalty. I can count on one hand the sailors I know that can read and write. And I'm as sure as the depth's not one of them. Oh great, we made him feel bad. Listen to Two Johns. You know, as far as rations go, this is good. Junior sure knows how to prepare dinner, doesn't he? He's too good for a ship like this. Tucker. Which one's Tucker? I don't remember. More of the same tonight. Yeah, we'll have to get used to it. Not much you can do with the ice. We'll figure out something to do, won't we? We'll have to. You're pretty old, aren't you? Good eye, lad. Better than mine. Why are you still working? You should be at home with your family. Don't have one. Do you not have any children? Well, you might do. Don't know any, though. Alright, what about Grimley? It's getting harder to play. The cold makes the fingers stiff. Oh, God. Anything we're going to say here is going to annoy him, isn't it? Power through the pain for the crew's sake. Play closer to the furnace. Okay, well, I think... Let's try that one. Hey, we got 5 loyalty from Grimley. Not the same. Besides, how about we just throw the accordion in? Yeah, I think we're still at -10 since we took over as captain, though, for him. We go talk to Kurt. Evening, Shore. I've been thinking about our pay once we return to land lately. Ha! Don't mistake me for the avaricious sort, but I do have expenses to pay. Before we departed, I received a letter from one of my daughters asking to cover the cost of her stage school. It would be a shame to promise a luxury only to retract it, don't you think? Let's talk about his personal life. I wasn't aware you had a daughter, Kurt. Hey. 2, in fact. Both with the first wife. You old dog, Kurt. Doctor's office. We'll talk to Nutley.
Good evening, Captain. Was this something you needed? If you need the latest medical report, I'll have it prepared soon.
Anything we asked him last time, he took really badly. What are we going to say this time? Maybe ask about his welfare. How have you been handling our nerves lately, Doctor? Nope, -10 loyalty. Oh, God, he's going to hate us.
Oh, that. Well, I'm trying to maintain composure, but, well, anxieties are hard to avoid given the circumstances. I should probably finish cleaning the equipment.
Oh, what are we going to do with Dr. Nutley? He hates everything we have to say to him. That's Kurt. We'll go talk to Templeton. Captain, if you find yourself stricken with boredom, I do have a book I would recommend. A textbook on different classes of wildflowers. The topic is more interesting than it may seem, I assure you. I would enjoy that, Templeton. Let's show an interest in his study. Hey, it worked. I'll be happy to bring it to you when I have the chance, then. Good, 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 good. Well, mixed results there, but probably a net gain overall. Talk to Templeton. Oh, Captain, a word. I felt now as good a time as any to review the wording in our contracts. You do remember what was written in your contract? To be honest, I only skimmed the thing. I was already sold on the job. Well, I suggest you become more acquainted in the future. Consider Article 3, and I quote, "The member of the staff shall throughout the period of such expedition obey all commands of the captain, and shall use his best endeavours to promote the success of the same. And, in the event of anything happening to the captain, shall obey all commands of any member of the staff who shall be appointed by the captain in writing before his death. It being understood that the rest of the staff shall hold the same relations towards any member of the staff so appointed as towards the captain, as appointed by the captain in writing before his death." What are you trying to say? The vote we held settled what is only a temporary arrangement in the eyes of the law. Even then, you only made it through by a hair. Unless you somehow managed to wrestle a written transfer of captaincy from Hunt before his departure, in the eyes of the law, you're simply acting in his stead with no legal recourse to call upon. There is a chance Hunt and the deserters are still out there. Should we be reunited, your captaincy will indeed be called into question. Wouldn't it be good to have our captain return? Lost loyalty. You saw Hunt in his final moments with us. Do you trust that man to lead on the ice? Loyalty to the crew means everything. Get them on your side, Shaw. Keep them on your side. I see. Thank you for bringing this to my attention, Templeton. Good, we got that back. Remember my word, Shaw. I suggest you start with the Stoke brothers. It seems they speak for many of the sailors. Yeah, well, we're doing alright with Junior. Well, I say that, we've just made him feel bad about not being able to read. But we've got a bit of work to do with Grimley still. At the bow, you spot Kurt measuring for any changes in the temperature. Still fast, no sign of any change. He notices you and gives you a wave. Doubt we'll be moving any time soon, Captain. Of course, sometimes you never really know with the ice. You should get some rest. I'll let you know if anything changes. See that you get some rest yourself. I will. But we have to be alert. In my experience, changes come fast. Take care, Captain. Okay, well, I think we're done for now. I think we did everything today that we could have done. Okay, what are we doing? So, I mean, no one's malnourished, but I don't want to put them down into starvation. At this point, we're doing alright for food and fuel. I could reduce that, and I think I will. I mean, we'll lose decorum, but we're doing pretty well for that at the moment. We'll go down to 93, which is still pretty high. So I think we kind of keep people above this point of starvation and freezing if we can. And we'll hopefully find ways to raise decorum as we go. Mr. Zack, Mr. Gloss and Mrs. Gloss return from hunting with 3 researchers. Cavity returns from hunting with 1 Adelie penguin. Lefty Healed is demoralised there, after speaking to Kasha. Another week on the ice. The ship shan't hold much longer. The dogs are rested and available to be sent out. Week 6. 3 weeks at Temperance Camp. 14 available dogs. Saved game. Well, I think this time we'll start with requests, shall we? Oh, I hope there's not a mutiny here. The meeting. Templeton, Kurt, Cordell and Hammond stand inside, the beginnings of a meeting. Well, Captain, it's been 3 weeks. Kurt tells me there's still no change in the ice. None, and best I can estimate, what change we will see won't free the ship. I predict the Temperance is more likely to be crushed under the pressure of the ice. And how long will that take? A few weeks at most. Unfortunately, we may have to look at alternatives rather than waiting for the ice to break up. Are you certain it's a lost cause? You never know, but from what I've seen, I wouldn't take the chance. Leaving the Temperance and making camp on the ice is something we will have to consider. Hey, the longer we stay on this ship, the more fuel we're having to burn. Not to mention risking another boiler incident. Yes, that matter almost cost lives. Heating a smaller camp burns through much less oil. And without enough fuel to survive a winter, we're dead. Don't think I need to tell you that. I would not be so quick to pack up and move out just yet. And why is that? The ship is shelter, the ship is safety. Currently there are quite a few hunting opportunities presented to us. We will need to gather more food if we're to survive, and the ship provides a safe area to hunt from.
Right, and most of the crew aren't ready to give up either. They're stubborn, just as any good crew should be.
I would rather not play into stubbornness when lives are on the line.
He has a point. Crew thinks we gave up too early, they'll resent the captain for it. Though we now have a serious bloody flooding problem.
We do?
Nay, you might have noticed if you left your damn forecastle.
It is safer to take the time to gather what we need before we leave, rather than to raid the ship once we make ice. Well, the answer lies with the captain. Should we move off the ship this week? I think we give it one more week. Not yet, we'll remain on the ship for now. Okay, we lost... I'm going to start calling him Welshie. Because of Futurama. Very well. When we remove the boiler from the furnace, that is when we make our move. When you feel ready to go, just go to the boiler room and give the order. Yeah, let's do crew requests first, because I definitely should have done that last time. Who have we got? Let's start with Grimly.
You're sure? There is a rumour going around amongst the crew. They're saying the ship is haunted by the ghost of Captain Hunt.
What a ridiculous tripe.
Nay, thought you might want to put a stop to it.
So we'll lose decorum for that. Oh, but it might raise... Yeah, it might raise Stokes, Grimley's loyalty. Absolutely, we can't allow rumours like that to run rampant. Yes, confirm. 10 loyalty. There we go.
Oi, crew won't be best pleased, but you're stopping their stories.
It's better than allowing fear and superstition to run wild.
Oi.
Good. I think that was worth it. Mr. Zack. I was summoned by Mr. Templeton. Yes, Mr. Isaac, this is regarding your, personal item. What do you mean? I felt it pertinent to let the captain know that you're carrying a weapon. Why did you bring a gun with you on an expedition, Isaac? Personal safety, of course. Perhaps this is my unfamiliarity with expeditions, but I was surprised others did not bring an item to protect themselves. Many of the crew cannot afford such an item to themselves. Captain, it is up to you what to do with this revolver. With all due respect, this is my personal item, Captain. It is the captain's right to requisition any weapons on the ship. That includes your own. That weapon will be more useful in the hands of Cordell for the hunt. I mean, he's going to lose loyalty, but... Oh! Actually, we gain good loyalty. Very well, Captain. I understand. He's demoralised, though, so he can be interviewed by the photographer. We would do well to avoid creating an imbalance of power among the crew. I doubt the sailors would take too kindly to such a thing. Let's talk to Cordell. Captain, my dogs appear to be struggling in the on-deck kennels. They require a more secure form of shelter from the environment. Dogloos, I believe they're called. Yes, I will require some hands to work on constructing them. It is of the health and safety of the pack. Yes, I'll put some of the crew to work on it. We want to keep the dogs healthy. Thank you. We must focus on keeping the dogs safe. Without them, the crew stands little chance of safety themselves. And Tucker, whose voice I haven't really decided on yet. I think I was going to make it Northern Irish, wasn't I? Or Irish. We're going to try. That's what's damaged when the ship was being tossed a while back, Captain. Best get someone to fix it before the temperance is freed. Freed? Hey, ship could come loose at any moment. Heading up to repair the mast is a dangerous task. We don't even know if the ship will sail if the ice clears. Will be worth it, though. Someone could get injured. I'd rather avoid that. Plus loyalty Templeton Oiler. Say it yourself, then. Good, 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 good. Okay, so we've got a few sort of specific requests of stuff we need to do. Head to the boiler when you wish to abandon ship. I suggest we do sooner rather than later. Yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to get in that other room as well. So let's do the dog shelter first, if I can work out where we do that. Here we go. Dogloos. We need 3 people. Send a scout. Actually, I won't. So I want him for scouting. Similarly with an engineer. Okay, let's get Tash, Runtstar. Lefty can go out too. Cordell shows the crew how to assemble the snowy shelters. Good, 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 good. Good, good. Let's go below deck. Hop in to see Nutley. He's got nothing to say. No one in requiring medical attention just yet. Let's do the pumps. They look okay. Do the whoosh. Take a pop. That'll bring us up to 78. I'm inclined to leave it at that for now. If I have people left over come the end, I will do that. But let's wait. So let's send anyone free for an interview and a portrait. Yes. Let's send. Was he a scientist? Yeah. Let's send Mr. Zach. Got some more decorum. That's very nice. And let's look at her photo of. Oh, that's. Did she not take a photo of Lefty? Maybe not. Never mind. Right, let's try this door now. We'll do it with an engineer. You and Dick charge into the room. Inside you see supplies of tinned lemons, a hunting shotgun, a bolt-action rifle and some flares. 2 items here. Alright, well the tinned lemons we kind of know about, that's to cure scurvy. The hunting shotgun, an old-fashioned double-barreled buckshot rifle, slow and cumbersome to load. What about the bolt-action rifle? Poorly aligned sights, ineffective against smaller targets. Okay. Flares? For alerting humans and alarming wildlife. Can be carefully disassembled for fuel. I think we'll take the hunting shotgun. I'm going to take the lemons for scurvy. The room has flooded, rendering the rest of the items useless. It's good, we got some good stuff out of those rooms. Go to the coal bunker, not doing too bad. So that'll bring us to 107. I mean, it's almost a waste to get someone else to do it, so I actually won't assign anyone else to that at this moment. Come to the depths, eh? Ah, she goes, so do we. Abandon ship! Feed the furnace. Ooh, I think cool. Do that. I can throw a penguin in the furnace. I guess that's what it means. 3 fuel. Okay, what else have I got? I've got spoiled rations. Oh. Tempted to throw that into the furnace as well. It's rusted. And this happened. I don't know if people watching this have seen The Terror or read the book. It was adapted from the book originally. But yeah, the tins, many of the tins they took as their rations. It was done on the cheap. And they rusted and spoiled, and they actually got scurvy as a result of it, I think, and lead poisoning too, I think, which was very bad. We're doing alright with that at the moment. Yeah, let's do that. Feed the furnace with those. Chuck a penguin in. No, it wasn't a penguin, it was spoiled rations, wasn't it? Okay, leave. Let's go up. So let's do the whoosh. We'll throw in the rations that we got. Tin food. We'll throw in the penguin. So we're up to 84 again. That's not too bad. We could afford to add a bit more. So, okay, so we'll come out here. We'll go back into the pantry and we'll set A couple. So how? Yeah. So it's not too much of a waste to get 2 people doing it. Let's get Runt and gnomes. So that should fill up the hoosh pot now. What? Oh, was one of them spoiled? Oh, I don't want that. Let's come out of here. Oh, they're both spoiled. Oh dear. I don't want malnutrition at this stage. I mean, we're not struggling for food, so that's fine. Let's go upstairs. See what we're going to do on the expeditions front today. So we've got ice crevasse. We'll gain 3 decorum for each scientist, as well as 1 research. So we'll send 2. The glosses have gone. 6 decorum, pretty good. Do some more hunting, perhaps. We could send... Oh, we'll send cavity. We could probably send more. And 2 Johns. So that's all our sailors are doing stuff now. So we should get some good food there. We could go here and scout. See, we've got a science opportunity. Observe the effects of the summer melt. Okay, we go to this one perhaps. We've got research a pressure ridge. Okay. What about this one? That might be it, because we have -6 dogs. Why do we need 6 for that? I'm not sure. But anyway, we've used up our dogs now. We've got some food and stuff coming in. So in my key items, I haven't got the penguins yet. They probably get added at the end of the week. So I think we'll go and call people down for dinner. The crew have their meal. The hammocks are unfurled in preparation for the evening. Okay, let's start here. We've got Grimley and Junior. I swear, when that hook came swinging, Captain Hunt had to pull me down. That was 6 years ago. I had no clue what I was doing. Both of us nearly lost an eye that day. Same expedition, Ward lost his arm. Half the time I don't think Hunt knew what he was doing either. They like the captain, so I don't want to diss him. He was quite the interesting man. Aye, he is. You need something? I wanted to commend you both for keeping spirits high. Loyalty, that's Junior. Well, it's business as usual. I can still cook up a good meal. Nothing's changed there. Worried about the vote, aren't you? Oh, is that it, sure? I don't care about that. I genuinely am checking in. Or you know. Alright, let's leave it at that, Grimley. Nice of you to check in, sure, but I think it's time the crew called it a night. Grimley walks off. Is there an issue I'm not aware of? Worry the wise, Robin. I have nothing against you, but we sure don't know you either. It's going to take more than simple pleasantries to earn Grimley's trust. He's a tough nut to crack. Missed the water. Got used to playing on a rocking ship. Start to feel sick when I'm off too long. I miss it myself, that sense of constant movement. Nothing else like it. Hey. No, you get it. Don't like the stillness. I like feeling I'm going somewhere. Cool, good for Grimley. You ever have pancakes, sure? Saved some for Captain Hunt once, and he started demanding them every time. Can only have them early into a trip, though. Ingredients don't keep that long. Stop, you're making me hungry. Ah, well, don't expect me to wake up anything this late. I was hoping to get something there. Let's go down, check how things are going down here. Talk to Hammond. You ever get the feeling you're being watched, sure?
Couldn't shake the feeling there was a pair of eyes on me while I was working there.
Working where? Yes, I'm sure there's a terrible undiscovered beast lurking in the mist. Heh, got his loyalty.
You're a bloody funny, aren't you, Captain? Now you're not the superstitious sort, believe me. Can't enter the furnace if I'm yabbing to ye. Night.
Alright. Check in on that. Speak to Kasha. Captain, on evenings like this, my good friend Carol and I would often play chess by the fireside. It makes me wish I'd brought a board with me. It would make for some light entertainment. Shame you didn't. I'd have enjoyed a game myself. Indeed. Well, we can't turn back time, can we? We'll just have to make do with what we have. Perhaps Mr. Templeton brought something along. He seems the jigsaw puzzle sort. That's a thought. Alright, let's do our rounds. Doctor's office, come on, Nutley. Oh, he won't talk to me. Not surprised, he must hate my guts by now. Templeton? Evening, Captain. Have you been reading that textbook? I understand if you do not have the free time. I have been reading. It's quite the interesting topic. Good. I'd hoped you would enjoy it. I suppose the topic does provide an escape from the ice as well. Good. So I wonder where we can we not see loyalty and stuff when we hover over someone? Not specifically. We can see who they're loyal to, but we can't see their loyalty to us, can we? Oh, we can on the key crew. So Hammond is loyal to Hammond. Muttwash. What does that mean? Ice savvy. Whoa, look at the loyalty levels. Hammond, pretty low. Grimly Stoke, very high. Junior, a bit lower. We're getting there with him. Templeton, I think we have full loyalty with. Kasha likes me. That's good. Nutley does not like me. I haven't had much success with him. Cordell, I've been trying. She's a bit of a hard nut to crack as well, but Kurt loves me. His face. I think the I was going to say the portraits may change if they like you compared to if they don't, but only Kurt looks enthusiastic, to be honest. Okay. Okay. Let's go talk to that man then. It's rather morbid, sure, but our last conversation had me wondering about those children of mine. Specifically, I wonder whether I'd ever see them again. It's not something you should imagine, I know, but that threat always exists on these expeditions. I signed on knowing that. Best not to think these things, Kurt. We need to carry faith that we'll survive. Loyalty. Of course, of course. Don't mistake me for a lost soul who's given up all hope. Still, I'd be a fool to pretend there's no risk out there. Let's carry on. We got this. Still no signs of change, I take it? Afraid not, Templeton. The ice is yet to budge. Moving to the ice looks more and more to be a necessity as I see it. You may just be right, chum. Your team of scouts best be keeping their focus. We cannot find a way from this pack. The two notice you. Ah, Captain, I wouldn't worry about the ice. My team will find a path, I have no doubt. At ease, Kurt, you're doing good work. Thank you, Captain. I promise my team won't grow lazy. That is certainly not the. This is certainly not the place for it. Another eavesdrop over here. Zach is the arch one, isn't he? What do you have in your pocket? What does it matter to you? Hunched over, clutching something. It's suspicious. I'm holding an egg. Ah, an egg. Why? Keep my hands warm. Boiled egg keeps heat. That's actually rather ingenious. We know the cold better than you lot, anyway. Interesting. Let's go check on the dogs. It was good to hear that Turner recovered from their wounds. That incident with the boiler was rather dire. If nothing else, we can take solace in avoiding a life being lost. Good evening, Captain. Will this take long? The dogs are fed and rested. However, I dislike leaving them alone. You've trained them well. There won't be any issue. Like me. That would be my hope, but you can never be certain. Let's pet the doggies. We'll get their loyalty at least. Tickle it behind the ears. Good boys. And girls. So that's probably going to be it for this week, I think. Let's see. We're doing alright on the fuel front, so let's I mean on the decorum front as well, so let's just do that. I don't want to push people into starvation yet. Seems a bit unnecessary, but yeah, let's do that. Mr. and Mrs. Gloss returned from hunting with 2 researchers. 2 Johns, Tucker and Cavity returned from hunting with 4 Adelie penguins. Zach's no longer demoralised. Dogs arrested. Another week on the ice. Naked in the wind. What? Mr. Zach raised their spirits talking to Kasha. Very good. 4 weeks at Temperance Camp. Dogs, game saved. We've got a bit more time. Just check the time on the video, 45 minutes or so. So let's see if we can do one more week. Let's do requests first. It seems to be a good idea to do these first thing, doesn't it? Cordell? Captain, thank you for building some proper shelter for the dogs. 10 loyalty. I appreciate the assistance from the crew. Well, the dogs are an important factor in this expedition. I'm certain you and your kennel will repay us in kind. We need not worry about that, Mr. Templeton. Again, thank you, Shaw. You are welcome. Grimly. Sure. Put a stop to those rumours going on about Hunt. That's simple. The sailors do seem to listen to you. Aye. You'll not be hearing them whispers again. Oh, he's just saying we did put the stop to them. That's good. Didn't win any loyalty with him just then, though. That's it for requests. Captain, I would find it wise to have a word with the journalist among our crew. For whatever reason, Hunt allowed for a photographer with no sailing experience to tail alongside this expedition. As it stands, Kasha Belford's record is what will stand the test of time when this expedition is spoken of. And it would seem she has not made allies of the crew. Kasha? She doesn't seem... let's just say how so. The sailors of this crew are a private lot. They do not take kindly to the prying eyes of a landlubber, as they would say. Remember, Captain, she controls the story. She controls your story. Best to have a word. I'll talk to Templeton again. Remember, Shaw, reputation can be fragile. You do not need an unflattering image at a time like this. Very true. Let's eavesdrop. Tucker. Which one was Tucker? I think he was the drunk Northern Irish one. Yeah, fucking hell. What was it this time, Tucker? Those bloody segs aren't worth the shit I stepped in. You're the only man I know who can step in shit on the ice, mate. Ah, bloody right. Very good. Let's go and check on the dogs. You nod knowingly at it. Let's go down. Let's check in on Nutley. He's not talking to us, is he? I don't think anyone needs medical treatment at this time, which is good. Scientist storeroom, okay. What have we got in here? For each research you assign, gain 3 decorum instantly, as well as 1 research for your expedition. Oh, for each scientist you assign, okay. No, I'm not going to do that right now. I want to send out an expedition. Interesting that it's there, though. What do I use the research for? It hasn't really been explained. Alright, let's go down next deck. Yeah, we're going to need some food going in. Are all the rations spoiled now? It's going to be a bit rough if they are. Kind of looks like they are, aren't they? Let's put Runt on. Yeah, he's going to get spoiled rations. I don't think there's any point because I'm just chucking them in the furnace. I don't want to give people spoiled rations. Well, what will be this week, Shaw? I'm going to throw the penguins in. They're not as much food, though, are they? That's plus 24. That will literally give us enough to feed the crew. No, it won't. Oh, 58. Yeah, just enough. How do we cure the malnutrition? Maybe in the doctor's office. Let's put 2 in. At least then we've got 2 slots at the doctor's office we can treat. He's malnourished. And he's malnourished. So we'll, yeah, we'll get them in the doctor's office getting treated for that. I think this seems to be okay. Let's go downstairs. No one really needs to be interviewed just yet. What's going on in the furnace? Ah, he overhit them.
When was the last time you slept, Chief?
For a couple of good hours a while back.
A couple? You're going to work yourself to death before we even make land.
Heard that before. It hasn't bloody happened yet. Back to work. Alright. Let's get 1 sack of coal. Anything more than that's probably a little bit much.
Coal goes in, we stay alive. Really is that simple.
Let's feed the furnace then. Let's get the expeditions going then. So we've got a couple of sciencey things to do. Assign any amount of people to gain that many animal food resource items at the end of the week. Ah, well, that seems pretty good. We'll put 2 on here for now. What about this one? Pressure Ridge. Gain 3 decorum as well as 1 research for the expedition. Okay, well, we'll send Zach out to do that. Okay. There's no hunting to do, which is a little concerning. Let's push out here. Oh, he's malnourished, isn't he? Okay, we'll do that. Got some hunts to do. Got some hunting to do. I don't think we can send them though, because of the need to send 3 dogs. So, unfortunately, they'll have to wait. Alright, back to the ship. Let's go down to the doctor's office and get these guys being treated.
Is there anything I can do for the crew?
Yes. I don't need them instantly. So we'll pop him in. I'll pop him in, and that should be okay. Yeah, I couldn't do the expeditions this time. I'm not going to bother collecting spoiled rations. That seems a waste. That'll probably do it for now. Let's go down and feed people, I suppose. Oh. Dinner is interrupted by a torrent of flooding. I was literally going to abandon the ice after this. Okay. The crew are alarmed. Oh, Zach's freezing. This dude's freezing. Don't remember his name. A freezing status effect will become the severe status effect frostbite after a week unless cured. People with frostbite will die after a week. Frantic arguments break out. Some, even now, insist on staying on board. We've got demoralised, a couple of demoralised. Most argue to take the furnace from the boiler and abandon ship right now. Yeah, that is kind of what I'm inclined to do, to be honest. Okay, so with the demoralised, we'll get someone talking to the photographer. One of the scouts, maybe. Oh, she's locked. Okay. Who's the other one? Runt. Okay. I can talk to Cashier as well. I wonder how my editor will find my report in its finished state. It was a nightmare getting my plague story published. Only the Daily Appeal was willing to pick it up, and they were hardly the most reputable of papers. You do wonders for their reputation, I understand. Yeah. Yes, and they're more than willing to coast off mine. Not that I mind. People buy the Daily Appeal just for my reports. I prefer that to being drowned out by other voices. So we need to talk to Hammond.
One of the Templeton's team tried to talk to me while I was working. They were going on about their spouse or something. Ended up telling them to fuck off. Think they got the message.
You have full permission to do so anytime your work is interrupted, Hammond. We've got his loyalty.
Didn't need permission, but hey, I knew you'd understand.
Right, so we need to get engineers to raise the heat. We got one. We'll instantly cure someone of freezing, so we've healed Zach. And I think we can do so at the end of the week. However, we are going to abandon... Where do I abandon ship? Did I lose the chance to do it because it's evening time? Maybe. Okay, so we got the 2 malnourished are being treated and one of the demoralised. I think one of them's actually freezing and demoralised. Is it this dude? He's having a bad time. But I think we can solve that with our sort of end of week stuff. Still can't talk to the doctor. I would like to have escaped, just kind of put you back out of the room you just entered. But
you're not married, are you, sure? Take it over from me, if you ever do find yourself wedded, it's never as easy as it looks.
What brought this on?
Late evenings on the ice grant you quite a lot to look back on, and I've had a long life to look back on, sure.
How's Templeton doing? He's not there. Let's go up. How are the dogs doing? The building next to my kennels would often play music on a phonograph. I would hear it through the open window. For months on end I would hear it as I worked. Over time I'd grown used to it. I'm sure one of the crew brought a phonograph. Perhaps you can pick up the habit once more. Hey, that is not needed. I would not attempt to impose in such a way. Let me in, Cordell. Alright, let's go out to the captain's cabin. I guess I'm going to have to end the week. When we, and it'll probably end this episode, but when we come back, I will get us off the ship and onto the ice, I think. So yeah, so we don't have to cure the malnourishment, but I don't want to push people into starving, because it will make someone become malnourished. And I'm going to have to cure the other guy of the freezing. So does that... I'm not sure. But we'll do that. Mr. and Mrs. Gloss returned from hunting with 2 research. Mr. Zack with 1 research. Dogs arrested and available. Weak on the ice. Mr. Gloss became freezing on the sled hunt, as did Mr. Zack. Thank God. Grips was cured of malnourishment. Grips was cured of freezing. Yorick III was cured of malnourishment. Runt raised their spirits talking to Kasha. Flick is demoralised. -5 decorum. Okay. Start to lose control of the crew. Okay, 5 weeks at Temperance Camp. No, I want to abandon ship. I want to do it now. What happened? Oh dear. You can't escape. The engineers are dead. Oh no. Oh my God. I wanted to abandon ship at the end of the last one. Oh my goodness. Everyone's dead. Week 8. Oh, I had a good month as captain. Oh God, Welshie. Kurt's dead. Oh, everyone's dead. All the dogs are dead. Eh. Oh my goodness. Okay, await my fate. She's gone. You, along with the rest of your expedition and your hopes of rescue, now lie at the bottom of the unforgiving ice. So we're going to reload probably at the start of that last week. And we will abandon ship in the morning. Can we continue? No, we'll have to go to the save trees system. So let's pop up here. Week 7. Right. Okay. Tell you what, we'll leave it here for now, I think. We'll leave it here with me about to abandon the ship because... why can I not do it now? Why can I not do it? Are they having the meeting about it today? Alright, let's just see this through. I want to get to the point where I can abandon the ship. Grimly. Sure. Put a stop to those rumours going about. That's simple. I mean, we read all this in this episode, so let's not dwell. Find it word to where the journalist. Yeah, we just mentioned all this. Talk to him again. He's probably going to say, "Oh no." Okay, can I abandon the ice before we do anything else? Alright, let's overhear this first. Maybe then I'll be able to. Why can't I? Oh, it's in here. I thought it was an icon out there. I could have done it probably after that evening meal. Although I don't remember seeing the option. I remember coming in to raise the heating. I don't remember seeing that. I'll have to rewatch the footage. But we'll leave it here for now. And when we come back, we will abandon ship and hopefully not die in the ice. So we'll carry on going with this playthrough. It's interesting to see that death can come quickly and unexpectedly. So thanks very much for watching this episode of The Pale Beyond. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please do hit the thumbs up button on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well if you've not done so before, because that would be absolutely amazing and always appreciated. And be sure to leave a comment as well. Let me know what you think about the game, this playthrough, anything else really. Look forward to hearing from you. So thanks very much one more time, and I hope to see you back for the next episode of The Pale Beyond. Bye for now.